will be mixing them together to make a fried egg sweater. I decided to start taking YouTube a little bit more seriously. Hopefully the building will start next spring. And that's like at least 2 years away, so I'm like really planning way in the future. Stay tuned for chicken haircuts. This is like the most yee-haw of all of my sewing project. Like, you want to do stuff, but sometimes your body just goes, nah. Good morning. I am embarking on the journey that is my next sweater project. Although the green and yellow one is not finished yet, it still needs to dry and then have all of the ends weaved in. But first it needs to dry, so I need something to do in the meantime. So it's time for the fried egg sweater. I am very particular about what I want in this sweater. I want it just to have like a million of tiny fried eggs on it. I have a pattern inspiration picture here of just fried eggs in a repeating pattern. That's just what I was going for. Now, when I wanted to make this vision into a proper pattern with like proper stitches, I made several versions, and I think that I knit the swatch with the smaller fried eggs, and I think that the smaller fried eggs is the pattern that I'm going to stay with, because this one would have just a ridiculous amount of floats to catch, and I don't think that would be the best idea. So I'm going to make the fried egg sweater with the smaller fried eggs, which means more fried eggs on my fried egg sweater. And I want it to be a cropped sweater with a V-neck, like with a pretty large V-neck, and and with how do I put it? Fitted sleeves? Is it called fitted sleeves when you when you actually knit a proper armhole and don't just go knit straight so that the stitches go on off shoulder. I want the stitches of the body part and the sleeve to be like on the shoulder properly. So yesterday I just spent a lot of time preparing for starting the sweater. One of those things being, I looked up so many drops patterns because I couldn't find exactly what I wanted on Ravelry as a pattern. So I just looked at a whole bunch of drops patterns to sort of Frankenstein together my own pattern. So what I did was I took the the armhole construction of the pattern called September Studies, and the V-neck instructions from Saturn's rings, or the rings of Saturn, something like that. And basically Frankenstein it together with the gauge that I got. And the yarn, if you're new here, you won't know that the yarn that I'm using for this project is after their first year of life, their wool turns gray, really silky and lustrous gray. But the first year of their life, they produce black wool. So this is lamb Scotland wool, and this is Estonian white-headed. And I will be mixing them together to make a fried egg sweater. And also I'm pretty sure I have enough of the white wool, and I need to make more of the black yarn. So I'm going to try to balance making this sweater and making new black yarn for the sweater at the same time, so that I don't run out. And because I know that I will only be knitting in the round from waist to armhole, I will have to will be the project where I learn how to knit color work from both on the right side and the wrong side, both knitting and purling. So yesterday I took the time to really basically memorize parts of the amazing video from Sorceress Crafts that explains everything you need to know about the techniques of color work in whatever style you knit in. So it's like, I'm gonna link that video in the description, because it's like it's excellent and so concise and explains it so well, and like explains all the questions that I might have as well, because like when I learn something I have questions. But after a lot of stressing, I created the first swatch. I used the smallest size needles that I have, because the yarn is roughly like 11 wraps per inch, as I determined on my new like gauge thing that I got after someone in the comments suggested that it might help me, and it's cool. It is nice. I haven't used it a lot yet, but it is nice. And so because it is like a DK weight yarn, I used, what is it, the smallest the smallest needles, which are 3.5 millimeters, and I think that it's a good like needle size, which makes me happy, because that means I don't have to buy smaller needles, because this is the smallest needle that comes with the like detachable cables and needle stuff. But this is what we have. I'm only knitting it with 2 colors, because knitting with three colors is like a lot. So I'm planning to make the like centers of the fried eggs with yellow, like by stitching it later on. So so currently I have more of a cow pattern, but we love cows here. Like, it's not as springy as the other sweaters that I've made so far, because probably I am still a beginner in knitting while purling with like 2 colors. And it is like, here's the bag. It's very messy. But I am happy with like how this is looking, and this will indeed be the gauge that I like do base all my calculations on, or that I based all my calculations on yesterday. I still need to look over all of it, so that I'm confident that the pattern that I have Frankenstein together works, and I can start making it either tomorrow or sometime during the weekend. But yes, exciting times. I guess before I actually stitch the yellow centers of the fried eggs, I should call this a cow sweater, but we'll see what the vibe is. I wanted to have a little chat while I start the ribbing of the fried egg sweater, because I like to share about things that I find exciting and fun. And and the thing that I wanted to share is that like about a month ago ish, I decided to like start taking YouTube a little bit more seriously. The channel started out as just like another like a different way of blogging, because I used to have a blog when like that was in and the thing to do, and like I really enjoyed it, and taking pictures for it and stuff. But I'm finding YouTube a lot more enjoyable as a sense, like as a style of blogging, aka vlogging. So it's started like for almost 2 years now. This place has been where I just share how my life is going and what I am currently excited about, and like mostly my hobbies and stuff, but also like the chickens. And you've seen on the background how I like finished my PhD and stuff, and it's just been fun. But also I've been thinking, but because it is my goal in the upcoming few years, hopefully, to build like have my own house built on the land that I bought last year, and have more chickens, and also start a sheep, like a small scale sheep farm, then I'm going to need a way of marketing the wool, because it's my intention to eventually have a flock about the size of 100 ewes, which is way more wool than just I can spin up. So I need and I don't want to waste it either. So I have found a pretty local wool mill, like in the same, not county, but what's larger than a county, where I live. And basically the wool mill can spin the wool into yarn, and if I like find enough people through YouTube, through like marketing the wool on YouTube, then I can like have like then I will be able to sell my wool in addition to the sheep meat, because like I would be farming the sheep for meat, and finding finding ways to sell the sheep for meat is like more easy than selling wool and wool products, because yeah, it's an ordeal. But because I want to be able to sell my future wool of my future sheep, I want to have like a larger YouTube channel for that, and for that I need to grow my YouTube channel. So I've been starting to like really like hone in on like improving my content. Like I learned how to color grade, which I'm really proud of, and like I'm a little bit embarrassed that it took me so long to start color grading my videos. It's like it was an ordeal, but it's so much better. So like I've been doing that, and I've also started doing like making mini shorts and like recycling my long form content into shorts in the hopes of like the shorts finding more people and bringing people to the long form videos and hopefully enjoying those. And just like I've been doing like several different like smaller things that I'm hoping will add up, and I'm just really excited about like trying to take YouTube more seriously. Like so far, like as I said, it's been just like a fun little side hobby blog thing, but now I'm on a mission. Like I have a mission with the YouTube, and I'm excited for the possibilities that it could bring. And that does mean that my content will be changing over the course of a few years, somewhat. Like I will still like do my hobbies and like crafts hobbies and post them on the YouTube, but just since it's my goal to also share like the start of a small farm, which will be made possible by like working from home at a programming job, which I am still currently looking for. Like it's still all like basically in the works, and like I am very much of a plan person and I enjoy making the plans, but just I hope that it is something that you would find interesting if you're here already, and because I will definitely still have chickens, and I intend to get more chickens once the house and new chicken coop are built, and like hopefully the building will start next spring. But also, in order to start the building, I'm going to need a loan, or for which I will need to have worked at a stable job for at least 6 months. So the window of opportunity is closing, or I guess for the window of opportunity for starting the building at the earliest possible moment is closing. So I really want to find a work from home programming job, but it's just a really bad time in tech at the moment, for like finding more junior positions. But hopefully it'll work out. Like eventually I will find a job, I know that, but just it's stressful to make plans without having one. It's going to be essential for me to secure that loan, because the alternative would be my family selling some land to pay for the building of my home, and I really don't want that to happen. Like I don't want to have my family sell things to finance me. Like I find that icky. I'm an adult, I should be able to do this myself. Like I have a very fierce desire for independence, if that hasn't expressed itself yet. So that's something that you could now know about me. But yes, the YouTube is now a part of my plans, and I have been following like sheep farmer YouTubers for like years, and a couple months ago I found And I was inspired to start taking YouTube more seriously by one of those sheep farmer YouTubers that I found a couple months ago called Tara Farms, who is like a 24 or 5-year-old Australian woman who is like working a massive sheep farm, and her YouTube is so great. Like, her channel is so funny and like just interesting, and she shares like little tidbits of like how she has managed to grow her channel occasionally. And like I was just really inspired by that. Like, usually when you research ways to organically grow your channel and your like viewership, it's like really general tips that are not that easy to apply because they're just so general. But the tips that Tara has given like throughout her like the past like 2 or 3 years of content that she has made, it's really useful. And one of the ones that I have like started implementing, which is recycling the long form content into shorts, is so great. Like it's just throwing my channel out to people to see, and it's just a different way of finding traction, and I am really happy to like find that useful. And if you do watch my shorts as well as my long form, and I'm sorry that it's repetitive because I don't have the bandwidth to make like original shorts as well all the time, because that's like a lot. And like, I don't really watch YouTube shorts myself. I've been like somewhat like even moving away from short form video content really, and enjoying long form more. So I can't like give like a user experience perspective to it, but I hope that it's okay that I am recycling. And another way in which I have been really inspired to take YouTube more seriously is that I am like super close to reaching a really important milestone for me in the channel, because like I am super close to like receiving the amount of support on my Ko-fi account to actually pay for the subscription of the music that I use in like my videos. So this is like a super important milestone, because it is like literally my channel like earning its own keep, if that makes sense. Like it's like my channel is finally balancing itself out, and that is so great. Like for the entire first year I just paid out of pocket for the music subscription, and now I can finally, like, I am so close to being able to say that I am not spending anything extra like out of pocket to keep this channel running. And that is so great. Like, that gives me hope that maybe at some point even I will be able to monetize the channel once I reach 1,000 subscribers, but that is like some time away. But just like plans, I like making plans, and like that plan is that if I start being able to monetize the channel as well, then I will be able to possibly gather enough to maybe pay for a video camera, like instead of just like using my phone to film. That would be so great. Like, that would improve the quality, and it would also make my life a lot easier when it comes to moving the files onto the computer, because at the moment I am just uploading all of my video files onto a cloud and then downloading them from the cloud onto the PC, because for some reason my phone refuses to cooperate and like transfer the files directly to the PC. So that, yeah, you don't need to know my struggles that deeply, but just I'm excited. I'm really excited about the possibilities that having this channel brings, and like, because I can see this channel being so useful in the future for marketing my wool that I will eventually have, which will like and that's like at least 2 years away, so I'm like really planning way in the future, and like it just brings me joy to like be able to share my hobbies as a hobby, because YouTube itself is a hobby, and have it be more useful in the future. So it's like my hobby is an investment into my future. That is like that's cool. That's really cool. So if you're one of the people who has decided to support my channel by buying me a coffee, thank you. Thank you so much. You are literally making dreams come true. And I appreciate you so much. Also, I switched positions because this is where I usually sit. I sit in that corner just to have a prettier frame and not have the light shine behind me like a freaking golden glow. Because it is November and it is like peak hoa hoa weather, just without any leaves on the trees, and it is like a really warm November compared to usual. It's like 7, 8, 9 degrees during daytime usually, and during November it's usually like more like colder, like on the colder side. Like I mean 2 years ago we got our first snow in November, and like no, it wasn't even the first snow. It was like the snow came in November and stayed for 6 months, but then last winter it was like almost no snow. So like there's no way of knowing what this winter is going to be like, but I'm hoping for snow because I like snow. But what I wanted to say is that the chickens are still... Where did y'all go? Oh, they're like way over there now. So the chickens are still getting their daily walks and everything, so that's nice. And I think that today is the day that I will have to give the silkies a haircut again. Like Mocha is still like kind of okay. Like she can see kind of okay, like from the hairy feathers around her eyes, but Yeva is starting to struggle a little. So I'm going to give them both a haircut at the same time so that they are just like synced up with their haircuts, and I can give them another one in like, how long has it been since the last one? Like 2 months ish. So yes, stay tuned for chicken haircuts. Also, there's still no eggs. I am still waiting on getting eggs from the youngsters. The youngsters were born on like around May 10th. It is November 8th and we still have no eggs. I am annoyed. Like, I understand from the internet that because my youngsters are all like specific breeds and they're not like bred for like hyper productive egg laying, that it will take longer for them to start laying eggs. But still, where are my eggs, Morgana? I need eggs. So because it is taking such a long time for the youngsters to start laying, like because they're like Orpingtons and they're like a specific breed and they're not bred for egg laying, or like they are bred for egg laying, but they're not going to start laying eggs as soon as I am used to. I'm just like starting making plans for the chicks of next year. So like I lost several chickens this year and I need to make up for... What are you doing? Like they are they're preening. That's a word. Yes, they're preening and making sounds during it. But yes, well, I'm thinking that I want to get like... I definitely want to get more Orpingtons, and I'm hoping to get buff Orpingtons, which are the golden chunky chickens, like Morgana there, and like I'm thinking maybe 12 of them, so that half of them will likely be boys, and I'll sell them, or like get rid of them, and I will be left with 6 buff Orpington hens. And I'm thinking I will also get like 4-ish like big hatchery chickens, so that I can get eggs earlier as well, and like not be as anxious about the egg deficiencies of this place right now. Like that's my idea at the moment, because I do have a lot of space in my chicken coop at the moment. And now I need to start catching one of the silkies. Hello, Yeva. Don't worry. I gotcha. Don't worry. We're just gonna get a haircut. So as you can see, she can see a little bit, but her very fluffy mohawk and cheeks are getting a little bit too large for life. Oh, I have, oh my, it's in the other pockets. The scissors are in the other pockets. You're gonna be fine. You're just gonna get a little haircut. Okay? You're gonna be fine. See? You're gonna see much better. You're just gonna look a little bit funky, but that's okay. Because you're a chicken. You don't care. Now we're done. Good girl. See what a nice mohawk. What a nice mohawk we have, Yeva. You did so good. Now Mocha's hair is looking a lot better, but I'm still gonna give her a little bit of a haircut so that they're just at the same level with Yeva. Also, catching Mocha was like an ordeal. Cheeks too. See, that's better. See, that was not so bad. I'll see you again in 2 months, okay? Disregard how messy everything is. It's only going to get worse because today I have decided I'm going to start my long floor-length black skirt sewing project. I have a plan. I'm gonna put this up as a screenshot for you, and I have to just cut out all the pieces. Now, because I wasn't very smart when I bought this fabric, I bought pretty much exactly the amount that I'm going to need, and not really enough to make it all comfortably. But I'm going to start with just the skirt pieces getting cut out. Okay, I've measured out all the length pieces of the tiers of the skirt, and I don't know, I think I have miscounted or mismeasured at some point, because I think I might actually have enough of the length of the fabric to not have to make a separate waist belt part of the thing. We'll see. I'm starting the skirt from bottom up with like the lower tiers, because that's going to include a lot of so yes, these two pieces are going to be the bottom tier of the skirt. And now I will have to open it up to do the smaller pieces. Also, I am very much aware that I should be ironing the entire piece of fabric before doing all this, but I'm not doing that because, first of all, I don't feel like it, and second of all, I don't have an iron. We're not being nice and proper with this project. This is like the most yee-haw of all of my sewing projects, because this is literally just making a skirt out of the fabric that you have. And seeing all of these pieces taking their place on the big piece of fabric, I'm actually less worried about managing to get enough fabric for the pockets. Now this last piece that is going to be the topmost tier, which I have calculated that it should be two pieces that are 28 by 80 centimeters. Somehow I have gained 4 centimeters for both pieces, so they are now both 32 by 80 centimeters. I don't know where the extra fabric has come from, but it is very welcome. And this is what we have left over after all of the tiers have been cut. So now I will just measure the 100 centimeters for the ribbon. Now it's been a long time since I've sewn anything, and usually I do my sewing over there on the desk, but I don't only have a laptop anymore. I have a proper PC, and I don't want to move all the screens and stuff, so I think I will have to move my sewing station downstairs to the dining table. Okay, and don't mind the noise. It's the ice machine is running today, so yeah, it's making ice and it's noisy, and it's going to be noisier because this bad boy ain't quiet. So I figured I could start, yeah, it works. I could start with the most disgustingly finicky part of the project, which would be doing the ribbons. I will just be like folding them and putting the ends, like the edges of the inside, and just, yeah, it's gonna be finicky, especially without ironing it, but as I've discussed, I don't have an iron. Also, I got myself some juice in an attempt to have a more enjoyable time knitting, not knitting, sewing, because sewing and I have a love-hate relationship. I don't enjoy it, but I enjoy the results. So I do it. And also, I don't understand what my body is doing at the moment. I feel really, really shaky and sweaty, and I don't understand why, because like the cutting out pieces of fabric shouldn't be this much of an exertion to like make me react like this, and I don't think that I feel particularly anxious either. So, oh my god, chronic illness life is not great. Like, you want to do stuff, but sometimes your body just goes, nah. Oh. Of course, it's the wrong way around. Yeah. I need a test strip, but the fabric's all upstairs. Okay. The thing about black fabric and like black string on black fabric is that it's so difficult to see anything that's going on. Now, if I were smart, then I would have done thicker strips, but I didn't, so this is what we're doing. Come on. And we have the ribbon. Yay. And also, before you even think it, the shakiness and weakness and sweatiness, it's not a blood sugar thing. I'm pretty sure there's another long COVID episode, which sucks because, as usual, they're unpredictable as to when they come. And it's been several weeks that, like, I haven't had one for several weeks, so it's annoying that I get one just as I am trying to do something new. It's just, I probably should just take a rest and lie on the couch for a while. I probably will do that, but I'm not going willingly. So just so my long COVID knows. Good morning. Yesterday I ended up not doing any more sewing at all because it took me literal hours to get over the friggin' like weakness episode of shakiness and stuff, and like it was like more intense than they usually are. It's just is incredibly like disheartening and annoying, and just it sucks so bad when your body just decides that now you're going to have something that is going to prevent you from doing anything that you want to do. And I've had that before. I've had that like when my fibromyalgia started and it was really bad, then my arms would hurt like constantly so much that I wouldn't be able to do anything at any time. Then that was worse. Like that was definitely worse. So like but just when my body decides to work against me so actively, I am just put back to those times mentally when I couldn't do anything for a very long time, and that was basically like the origin story of my depression. So yeah, it sucks. But basically, because yesterday the episode was so bad that it took me so many hours to even begin to get over it, I didn't do any more sewing. I just laid on this couch and waited for it to pass. And at some point, like it did get better, so I did like a tiny bit of knitting, and I have been doing like knitting for at least like for like like every day basically. But I am and like this is how far I have gotten on my cow sweater, fried egg sweater, and I'm really happy with it. Like it is definitely taking me way longer to like make any progress on this sweater, like, and that is like most definitely because this yarn is like a much thinner DK weight compared to the Aran weight of the other two sweaters that I made. So that makes sense, but it's just it's going to be a bigger test of patience to make this sweater. But so far I am still having fun, and yeah, that's the progress update. I'm going to have to continue with this until it reaches 22 centimeters, and then I will get to the armholes. I think I have to put Clara into jail for bad behavior. For some reason lately she has been relentlessly bullying Cardi B. And because of that, Cardi B is looking real raggedy, and that is not really good. Don't. And yesterday, because she's getting relentlessly bullied, Cardi B didn't want to come home after the walk, so I had to really chase her. So that is also, it's starting to impact me as well. I was hoping that Robert the Rooster would discipline Clara, but apparently he's not doing enough of that to stop the bullying. So Clara's going to jail for at least 3 days, maybe a week. We'll see what the vibe is. And now you're going to stay here and learn some manners, Clara. It's fine, Robbie. It's fine. Good morning. After the semi-fiasco that was starting sewing the black skirt, I have done like a little bit of sewing last night and on Monday evening. Like not a whole lot. I didn't like go nuts and sew for 5 hours straight like I tend to do. But so it's been like a nicer, more healthy way of sewing. But that does mean that it's going like the skirt is going slowly and it's not getting done before this video is set to end, which is now. So I'm showing you what I've done. I have finished the easiest part of the skirt, which is the bottom 3 layers. They have been nicely gathered and just connected to each other. Like there are some mistakes, like the lines don't, like the sides don't exactly match up. But who's gonna look at that? Honestly, who's gonna look at that? So then the rest of the skirt will be the topic of the next video. So because it is Wednesday and I like to get my videos out on Wednesdays, it just sort of matches my schedule nicely. Then all that's left to say is thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed. And if you would like to support my channel further, you can do so on my Ko-Fi account, where you can buy me a coffee for whatever sum you would like, but absolutely no pressure because I don't have any extra content on there. It's just something that I'm doing because like I can't monetize my channel yet because I'm so small and tiny. But yes, I hope to see you in the next video vlog that I do, and I hope you've enjoyed. Bye!